Hello. Chidima, let me send you something so you can do a test with me. I'm trying to do a test now. Yeah. Hey, man of God. Which link are you using? I sent you 2 links. That's the latest, the one I just sent now, about 2 or 3 minutes ago. Yeah, yeah. So there are 2 links, isn't it? Did you get 2 links? Okay, so when you click on that, what happens? No, it shouldn't be. There was one that says control room. Sorry? Not control panel, the other one. Live room. Check your spam folder. There are 2 links I sent to you. One is live room, then the other is control panel. Not the control panel, the live room one. Oh, I'll send it again. Hold on. Let me send it again. The control panel one. No, I sent you another one. I'm just sending it again to you now. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I've just sent it. I've just sent it without a subject line. Yeah, that's the one. Sorry. I've logged in already. Why is it saying that? Redirect. What is it saying? As soon as the webinar creator logs in, you will be redirected to the live room. I've already logged into the live room. because hold on. Okay. Okay. Let me check it because there's a Google. Why is that one showing? Okay. Let me send you this one. Let me see if it makes a difference. But this is my own link. It should not be your one. Well, let me send it to you. Okay. Let me just do something. Let me forward you. Let me add you. Send text chats. Invite. Origin. Technology. Let's see, showcase photos, screenshots, text. Okay, add. Invite somebody. Let me just add the email address. Your email address is it OLU? Yeah, yeah. Give me the rest of it. OLU. Is it FX? Sorry, is that FEX 82? OLUFEX 82 at Gmail. I don't think so. Let me go back to it again. Did you see that invite I sent you? No, I mean the email. The email I sent just now. Did you get it? Just go check your email address. Is OLUF for Freddy, E for Echo, X for X-ray, 82 at gmail.com. Okay, yeah, I sent you one now. Around you. This is address. Click link but cannot access. Okay, Daniel's also having the same problem. Okay, don't worry. Let me check. Let me check the issue, and then I'll get back to you in a minute. Okay. Yeah, goodbye. We can't seem to connect somebody. Um, regular journalists, I need to be sure that they can see it. 8 o'clock. Check. Get back to. Okay, Chima, let me send you this invite. Let me see if you can see, if you can hear. CHN at gmail.com. Okay, I've sent it to you.
Hi, welcome back. Now it's time to decide who is going to be a presenter, co-presenter, or admin for your webinar. So the first person that you're presenting is going to be the owner of the webinar. So we'll put in, this isn't a real Gmail address, but there we go. So this is the owner of the webinar, and the owner of the webinar is important for 3 reasons. First reason is this Google account that the owner of the webinar has is the one that determines what YouTube account the webinar gets posted to, and it's also the Gmail account that determines which Google Plus account the webinar gets posted to. So in both cases, whatever this Google account is the one that dictates the YouTube account and the G Plus account where the webinar is posted. The other thing to know about the owner is that it is the owner who controls what the attendees see. They're the one that controls which camera is showing for the audience. So this person is very, very important. You can upload a photo right here. Let's take a photo. And your photo should be about 70 by 70 pixels. Big square photo.
Stop talking.
Put that in there, and then by default, the very first person is the webinar owner. You have the option to choose whether or not they're an active speaker. So if it's clicked, they're an active speaker on the webinar, which means they're a co-presenter.
No, I'm sharing
their picture
something
will be
else.
Displayed to the attendees. Their video camera will be on, their microphone will be on. Obviously, you have the option to control and mute and turn the camera off, but an active presenter is active for the purposes of the webinar. If you unclick this, then this person is not going to be seen at all by the attendees, and they're not going to be able to speak or talk or actively participate in the webinar, but they will be able to operate the control panel. So they can moderate the chat, they can participate and help you with polls and with pre-recorded videos, but they will not be seen. They also, if this is unchecked, their picture won't appear on any of the registration templates. So some people choose to have, themselves as a speaker be the webinar owner, so they're also in control of those other things, or you can just have an admin do it. But for purposes of here, we're just going to make this an active speaker. Now, this account is a Gmail account. It could also be a Google Mail account or a pages.google.com. Any account that is a Google account can be used here. Let's talk for a second about this account. This account is also a valid Google account and can be used to create webinars. Lots of people have their own domains managed as a Google Business app for email purposes. So they log into Gmail, but the email that they're really getting is their business's domain name, like this case with my Marketing Genesis email. However, Google has decided that when a Hangout is started by somebody who must really want secret private meeting with just their company. So the only people that will be able to participate as presenters, co-presenters, or admins on a webinar where the owner of the webinar uses a Google domain like this one are other people with logins to that Google domain. So I could invite other people from my company to participate live with me on this webinar, but not anyone else if I wanted to interview someone that wasn't part of marketinggenesis.com. So with that in mind, we recommend that you stick to a Gmail or Google Mail account for purposes of your webinar. Then you just click this button to add, and you can see here I'm added as a presenter. Now let's see, maybe I made a mistake here. You can go back here and edit it, and then fix the email address, and you go ahead and save the changes, and those changes will take place. Here's where you add the next presenter. So let's add Joe Smith as the next presenter with his email address, Joe Smith, test2@gmail.com. This will also have to be a Google account. For this person, you have the option to make them an active speaker or not, but the owner isn't there because you can only have one owner of the account. So you can choose to make them an active speaker and add a photo or change the photo and click to add. Now you can do this 10 times. You can have a total of 10 people appear in your webinar. Once you get everyone that you'd like to display as a presenter, then go ahead and click Save and Next, and we'll see you at that next video.
Okay, let me now explain in this quick video how to get your first webinar session created and running 100% trouble-free. This video is just going to take a few minutes, but it's entirely worth your time, you know, just to make sure that that first webinar goes as expected. So, first of all, you will notice that you have two sets of access links, one for your attendees and another one for your presenters, such as yourself. So let's take a look first at the attendees links. You will notice that you have this first link up here. This is the webinar invitation link. This is the link you want to send out to your potential registrants so they can indeed go ahead and register for your webinar. Okay? Now, that's in case you are hosting your webinar registration page on our server using any of our built-in templates. On the other hand, if you are hosting the webinar registration page on your own site, the system is going to give you here the embed code that you are to copy and paste on your own page. Okay? At any rate, this is the link that you have to give to people so they can go ahead and register for the webinar. Okay? Now, once the webinar has finished, the system also gives you the replay link, so you can actually allow your registrants to watch the replay video in case they missed the webinar session or in case they want to watch it again, whatever the case may be. Now, there are two ways upon which you can send this link to the replay link to your registrants. Either you can use the post notification system, okay, which you could configure as you were. If for whatever reason you forgot to do that, you can email them, you can give them this link, and they will be able to watch the replay as well. Please don't point them to the YouTube video. That's not the appropriate way for your registrants to watch the webinar replay. Instead, give them this Webinar Jam link so we can actually track how many people go to the replay, how long they stay in the replay room, and, you know, basically all the beautiful tracking statistics that we offer you with. Okay? Anyway, let's now take a look at the presenters links. So you will find different sets of links, one for each individual presenter you've configured for this webinar. The one at the top, the one that's highlighted, is for the webinar host, and the other ones are for any other additional presenter, again, you've configured for this webinar. So I assume that you are going to be the webinar host. If that's the case, this is the link you want to use first. This is the link that gets the entire thing started, because this is the webinar room creation link. Actually, let me read this message for you. This is the webinar room creation link. No other presenter or attendee will be able to enter the webinar room until you, as the webinar host, have created the webinar room first. Okay? So again, until you've actually created the webinar room by clicking on this link, none of these other links will be active. All right. So again, let's make sure that we use this link first. Let me just paste it here. That's going to take me to Google, so I can go ahead and log into my Google account. Remember that Webinar Jam is based on Google Hangouts.